So we have previously done a video on this beautiful little Agribuggy that is behind me. Now, I'll show you a little bit more about it in a minute, but in the previous video, Richard and I went and collected it, got it back here, unloaded it and tested it. And there's a few things we immediately found out that were not working properly. One of them was the brakes. It had none at all. And I found that out as I stopped going up a hill, then the reverse back. And so did the chap who loaded it for us, because as he went up the trailer, he rolled right back down again. Now, the other thing it done, which I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video or not, is that it had a water leak on the engine. Now, we don't think the engine was overheating, it's just a case the water pipe was split. So where once the engine got to temperature, it was deciding to water out through the pipe. So I'll show you where that was in a minute as well. Now, Mike has been a busy guy. Oh yes, Magic Mike has sorted out all the brakes and hopefully sorted out that water leak. So let's check out, see what he's done and how he's done it, and then we'll hopefully get it out in the field and give it a test drive. So then, Michael, what have you been up to?
Well, I started to do a bit to the brakes.
The brakes were, shall we say, non-existent, weren't they?
Well, not hardly a surprise.
So they all bang on the 100% now, are they like it was new?
If they was crap when they was new, and then bang on. But it's based on an old series Land Rover, so the brakes just never start then to start off with.
That's true, yeah. So all the running gear on it, axles, I think the transfer box as well, Mike, wasn't it?
No, you just got the axles because the engine unit is out of a Escort,
Oh,
so
that's right.
they've probably welded the diff and then front and putting lengthways so that the shaft's pointing forward and back, and then put your prop shafts on there to get you drive to your axles.
Yeah, so that's right, yeah. Land Rover front and rear axle and steering.
There's a few odds and sods, other bits and pieces. It's Land Rover, but
Yeah.
anyway, this hoses was gone on the back. The wheel cylinders was knackered on the front. Master cylinder was likewise had its day.
Yeah.
So I swapped that, but the master cylinder was a
You had a bit of fun with that.
challenge because you can't, even with a nice little flip up dash.
Oh, so it's a nice new shiny one, that.
Yeah, with the brake fluid leaking down onto the linkages and that, you couldn't.
You couldn't get in underneath it, get into it.
So I had to think out of the box and create another little cubby hole.
Look at this.
Got a flap out,
You've got a flat.
and you can pull that out, and then you can get out all your linkage.
Look at that.
Beat the living, persuade it to come.
I've known harder flaps to open, so that one's good. So they have already got other flaps on here around the machine to get into certain places. So Mike thought, well, why not stick one on the front for him and, well, perhaps future Mikes working on it.
Well, there might be one or two little mics kicking around somewhere. Whether they want to work on this or not, I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, so now we can go in under there.
Yeah,
you got to pull the foam out of it.
That all comes out.
Oh, I see. The whole
Because
lot.
it goes. But if you ain't going to be going in there
No.
daily, but
No, so you just got to put a couple of screws in there, have you?
just a couple of something just to hold it down nicely.
Yeah.
Just
You
tidy it up a little bit.
hardly know it was there, Michael. What a job. So, yeah.
Water hose was the
Oh, yeah,
other
water hose, wasn't it?
challenge.
Oh, so I surprised Mike the other day when we brought this
and
into the
stick.
workshop to say, oh yeah, there's also in... Oh, I can't
I've
remember
chucked
what's
away
that
the
in
old
there,
hose.
look. You can just see the new cable, or the Jubilee clip in there, and there was a pipe under there that had gone. And yeah, once the engine warmed up, you could see it spitting out. So now, you tried a couple of different hoses, Mike, didn't you? You couldn't get any information on the engine, could we?
Not really. So I probably the third hose, that is.
The third hose went in there to be able to
Because
go.
you just couldn't, they'd kink as you bend them over for that. It comes around at such an angle,
Yeah.
it kinked. So, don't know if we can get it better.
Oh, you can see in there now, look. So we've got some reinforced hose on there now to be able to allow to go around the corner without it
Pointy stick, yeah.
bending.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah. So that is all sorted. So what were the front brakes like? Do you have new hoses and everything on them as well?
Oh, it didn't. I'd put the cylinders on the front. The hoses wasn't too bad. So again, the brakes isn't brilliant. They work, but they never was brilliant.
No.
Not when they was. I know they wasn't brilliant because I got a series Land Rover and they isn't brilliant.
So on these machines, because like I said, it's got Land Rover front and rear axles, it's got a Ford Escort diesel engine and components used from many different vehicles to make something like this up. Now, if you're not familiar with these, they'd originally come with a sprayer on the back, so it was theoretically sort of an early version of a self-propelled sprayer, but you could put fertilizer spinners on it or other machines that were PTO driven on the back. Now, the brake cylinder, Mike, I think Alex found that one out of a Mini in the end, didn't he?
That was, yeah, it was a 1960s Mini.
Yeah. So Alex is our parts guy who's normally a lot of the time behind the camera, especially on the other channel. And so you didn't see him very often, but yeah, he'd done a bit of part investigation and found that that was actually a Mini master cylinder that he had to use for the brakes. So yeah, right Mike, I think it's time that we checked out the hydraulic PTO on it.
Yeah.
And to see if the spool valves work. So let's get her started up, and then if all that works, we'll get it out in the field and give it a drive around. Right on, Maggie. There she is. Running beautifully.
The couplings is down there. You can hear the engine note change.
Oh yeah, so you got pressure there.
And
You can hear the engine change, can you?
so there's pressure on all three couplings.
What about the PTO?
And then
Hey, look at that. Alan's going the right way.
and he's actually reading a speed in the CAD, but whether it is,
So which is the PTO controller?
that's your speed for and the PDO controls over there.
Ah. Get on.
So
There we go. And then that's your spools there for your three down there. Nice. Wicked. So everything looks like it's working, Mike.
yeah, like I say, for what it is, and it's considering been stood up for a fair while, not too bad.
There we go. You heard that first here from Mike. So let's get it out in the field and give it a burn round and see how it goes. If you start up again. Look at that. Lovely and quiet, isn't she? Quieter than that bloody skid steer that Josh and Mike done the other day. Here she comes. Billy the goat nut. There he goes. Imagine it must be a bit front heavy, I reckon, like it is, without anything on the back. And he's off. No stopping him. What a weapon. Find the gear, any gear, Mike. Oh, reverse now. Do the brake plug, shall we? Alright, didn't want to use the brakes. There we go, there's the brakes. They work. Handsome. Hey. Not bad for 1988, I think this thing is. Weapon. Kicks on pretty well. Right, Mike. Can I have a go?
Trash on.
Right, my turn. I've got some good news for you, Mike, as well.
What's that? Got a holiday
new
next week.
project for you can have a look at in a minute.
Fair enough. Yeah,
There's a track there.
but not as we know it.
We'll have to find out in the next video what that's going to be. Right, let's get in here and have a go, shall we? Oh. Right, well I couldn't not have a go myself, could I? So, right, there's a key to up there. We are driving beautiful Escort van gear stick as well, look. As I said, Land Rover steering wheel, handbrakes over here. I presume that works as well. First, right, let's put the clutch off, and we're away. Second, yes, James. Third, yes, James. Oh, yeah, there we are. Can you manage fourth uphill? Yeah, we're in fourth. What a machine this is. Yeah. Right, let's get it back up. So that is absolutely mint, but I found a problem, and I don't think Mike's noticed it, but this gas strut here likes to try and stab you in the head when you go around a corner. Buff. Yeah, that's quite sore actually. Anyway, Mike's just going to try the lights now in a minute, just to see what's going on, literally.
Do you want some lights and see what happens?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, work light.
Let there be light and there was light.
Yeah. Oh, hello, you've got a full headlight set up here, Mike.
I don't know.
What about your indicators? Oh, yeah, one indicator on that
Oh,
side.
now he's working, now he isn't. Now he's working, now he isn't.
That one? Yeah, look at that. You got full setup. What about the back?
I don't know about brake lights, but there's might be.
Brake lights?
Yeah.
Well, you got rear lights.
Hang
What
on.
about indicators again? Yeah, brake light on one side anyway. Yeah, indicator. Yeah, indicator.
Well, that means that the brakes is only half as good as they meant to be then, is it?
Well, this is it.
You've only got one light.
Yeah, because fair warning, isn't it? Oh, you got a rear work light as well.
Oh,
So it's, yeah,
jolly good.
probably bulbs because they're still only halogen bulbs, aren't they? Magic. Whole dash lit up like a Christmas tree as well. Cool. Proper. So there we have our little Agribuggy, all working. Everything is working as it should. I'm well happy. Now, Mike did have a few brain scratching moments on the brakes, not because he didn't know what he's doing, but just on those different parts, trying to marry things up was a little bit of an issue. And I think even like the Land Rover pipes that turned up to start with weren't long enough, so we had to get some different ones. So, the good news is it is all working and it's how we wanted it. Now, what we're going to do with it next, that was a question, because in the previous video about this buggy, I said to you guys, what shall I do to it? And we had some amazing suggestions. One suggestion was to put rear linkage on the back, 3-point linkage, which very tempted, would love to do that. A tipping back on the back, someone else wanted to put a post banger on the back. I had an idea of putting a front blade on the back and the winch. Now, if I had all the time in the world, or if I was retired, then maybe so. But what we're going to do, I think, what Max and I will do next, is make a tray back for it, so you can use it as a flatbed, but so it comes off really easily. And then we'll probably sell it on as a tool carrier. So you could put a sprayer or a fertilizer spinner on the back, but sell it with the tray back, which comes off with just 4 bolts. So Max and I are going to test that this weekend, because we're doing our fencing video, where we're going post banging with our post banger that we've done in the previous 2 videos, whenever it was. That is all now working on behind the Sammy. So we're going to take the stakes and everything around on this one, and then use the Sammy and post banger to bang all the stakes in with. So at least we'll test it to see what this thing can do with a flatbed on the back. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio, bye.